Had you watched my previous videos, you surely noticed lots of random insect and arachnid fragments scattered across the ant nest. I'm sure that brings a question. What exactly am I feeding my ants? Stay and find out. I'm sure most of you immediately get curious about feeder insects, but I'll start from a more basic nutrition source. Carbohydrates are essential to give workers energy to function. The source of them I'm using for now is very simple, just sugar water. Preparation is a no-brainer. First, I'm heating the water, since it will make sugar dissolve faster. It will also give me an opportunity to make some tea, hence I took 2 cups, not 1. The bottle cap will serve as a dish for ants to drink from. I pour half a glass of water to mix with the sugar. Then I pour the rest into the teacup. I add sugar in amount that's quarter the volume of the water and mix it well until there aren't any visible crystals left. Finally, I use pipette to add appropriate amount of water into the bottle cap. And the rest, I can use that as a tea sweetener. If you ever tried sugar water with this proportion, it is really, really sweet. So it works just fine, as long as your pipette wasn't dirty. Last thing is to carefully place the water cap in feeding arena. It'll last for a few days till the water evaporates and sugar crystallizes on the bottom of the cap. I know you're probably wondering, won't ants fall in and drown? This is such a huge pool compared to an ant. Well, my ants just aren't that careless. It can happen that your colony will be more clumsy, but I used this technique for weeks and never saw an ant stuck in the sugar water. If I witnessed that, I will surely invent another manner of feeding them. Alternative is, for example, filling a test tube with sugar water and blocking it off with cotton plug, just so the cotton is moist and the ants will drink from the cotton fibers. But for now, this is so simple and doesn't look bad at all in this little arena. Let's look at it. Now at last, we move to the feeder insect part of my ants' diet. They don't require so much of it now, as a lot of larvae turned into pupae recently. But I will give them this spider I caught outside. Okay, there you go, I got you. So far I used insects and spiders I caught inside my home or outside, like this guy, or silverfish, or fruit flies, or roly-polies. Of course, I pre-kill those feeders before throwing them to the ants. It's because my colony is still small. In nature, they would sooner scavenge than risk worker lives to capture living prey. So why put them in such danger in captivity? In addition, cutting open the prey allows me to see if there aren't any visible internal parasites inside. Since I use wild-caught prey, it's a risk I have to be mindful of. Some people will advise to even freeze or boil the insect before feeding in such case. I personally choose to feed them fresh, despite the risk, since I think it might be easier for them to process the insides of an insect in an altered state. I will now place the spider right in the entrance of the arena, just to make it a little easier for the ants to drag it into the nest. I don't see any foragers, but they only sporadically check out the arena in this stage of colony growth. I'll just leave them to find the spider later. Of course, this strategy will ultimately prove hard to keep up with, as the colony numbers grow and the demand of protein food increases with more and more larvae hatching. So aside of the wild-caught insects, I decided to invest in a small mealworm farm. For now, I put them in the white flour, since I do not have anything better on hand, but soon enough I'll change it for the whole grain flour, to grant them greater nutritional value. They will also require water-filled foods like cucumbers, carrots, fresh grass, or other veggies. Sometime in the future we'll surely come back to those little guys, but for now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now you know how I chose to feed my ant colony. Next week I shall compile best footage, so we'll be able to simply admire ants doing ant things, due to temporary difficulties in recording audio. If you find that interesting, please consider subscribing and clicking the bell button to make sure you'll get a notification once the next video is up. See you again soon!